Being a nice asshole is just the way to be. Being a nice asshole is pretty much being a person that, one, you're just a people person. You know how to talk to people. You know how to understand people. You know how to build relationships with people. And everybody loves someone who they're able to connect with. No matter if that's a friend, no matter if that's like a brother, anybody at your church, everybody loves a person that they can just connect with. They can be able to talk to them. They can be able to understand them. Everybody has a story. And the thing about people is that people love to talk. I work at Verizon Wireless, so my job is pretty much selling phones. Now, do I love selling phones and things like that? Yes. But I will say more than anything, my main thing is being able to talk to people. I love talking to people. I love getting to know people's stories. They have all types of backgrounds. People come from different cultures. People come from different places. And everybody wants to tell their story. As bad as you think it sounds, people really, they come and they sometimes trauma dump. Now, I'm not sitting right here saying that you need to go and you need to be like this open book for every single person, but just in human nature, people love to come and trauma dump on people. They'll tell every single thing, things that's going on in their family, things that's going on in their personal life. And, sometimes it may not seem like the most reasonable thing to do, but people do it. People actually do it because they want to be able to, so for someone to hear them out. So for me, when I go to my job, I love to hear people's stories. I love to hear what they went through as a child. I love to hear their story and how they got to where they are today. And that's the main thing with building connections with people. And people just like those type of people who are able to connect to them and be able to just learn more about them. Because everything about just business in general, yes, it's about being able to strategize and everything like that. But if you see a lot of these people who just don't have the entire, the swag of being able to come in and make these very firm business decisions and things like that, most of the time what you'll see is that they are people who just know how to talk to people. And everybody loves a person that just know how to talk to people. Everybody does. It's hard to be mad or, not be around someone that is just a people's person. They just get along with a lot of people. And so with that, it holds a lot of power. And you as just a man, you should be able to build connections with people. You should be able to build connections with teenagers, older adults, older men, older women, anyone. You should be able to have a conversation. Because when you are able to have a conversation with people, then at that point when you make people comfortable and they trust you, then you can start to see how other people's certain stories or even their resources can sometimes benefit you. And that's just the beautiful thing of life, just in general. Everybody loves talking to people that loves to talk to people. The second thing I would definitely look at when you are just trying to, you know, carry on and be this great person, to set your boundaries, bro. Set your boundaries. And I'm not just talking about in a relationship. I'm talking about in friendship. I'm talking about at work. I'm talking about everywhere. If you don't have a framework of boundaries, then you can't expect someone to respect you. The main thing about boundaries is being able to control what you want in your life. And if someone is giving some type of negative energy, if someone is doing something that you don't like, then you are setting a boundary. Now, I'm gonna show you guys how to set a boundary. The main way to set a boundary is not, oh well, I don't like you doing this or I don't like you doing that. That's not how you set a boundary. The way how you set a boundary is, hey, I don't like you doing A when you're around me. So if you do A, then B, I'm going to do this. And that could be, hey, I don't like when you talk about people around me. So if you continue to talk about people around me, I'm going to exit myself out the conversation. or I'm going to leave, or I'm going to, not talk to you. That's setting a boundary. When you can set a boundary, now people start to learn to respect you because they see that not only that you are asking for respect from them, but that you respect yourself. And that's the main thing. If you don't respect yourself, you can't expect nobody to respect you. No one on earth can respect you if you don't respect yourself. So in order to place these boundaries, you have to, one, figure out the things that you don't like. You have to find out what makes you not satisfied and what makes you satisfied. What are you okay with? Hey, if someone does this, I'm okay with that. But if somebody does this, I'm not okay with that. It's okay. And also, another thing, as you grow up, you have to understand that your boundaries change over time. Just because you've been used to something for so long doesn't mean that in 5 years you're going to be used to the same thing. It's okay to change your boundaries. It's okay. And never let anybody tell you that it's not okay. What you do with your life is what you do with your life. No one can tell you what to do with your life. You are an adult. So if you don't like something, you don't have to put up with it. And that's just it. Point blank, period. Don't go back and forth. Don't have an argument with them. What you don't like is what you don't like. And it's okay. It's fine. You go on about your day, and it's okay to also drop people. If people are not going to respect your boundaries, then you have to learn to let them go. Because if they're not willing to respect your boundaries, now, also another thing too, have some reasonable and respectful boundaries. Some people, they try to use certain boundaries as weapons, and you can't do that. Now, that's a whole different story that I will pretty much get into while I'll talk about, learning to set boundaries and why to set boundaries and things like that. But make sure that when you are setting these boundaries, that you are setting reasonable boundaries. Like, just don't be setting a boundary just to pretty much piss someone off. Like, don't be doing that intentionally, because at that point, you're not actually doing this just for the fact of yourself or protecting yourself and also protecting someone else, but you're just doing it to cause a disruption. When you cause disruption, especially in certain relationships, no matter what type of relationship it is, at that point, then it's some form of conflict that's going to come after that. And you don't want that, bro. You do not want that. So set reasonable boundaries, things that you can be able to do, things that you are able to, initiate if something doesn't go how you already been able to communicate and say, hey, I don't like this. And if you do this, I'm going to leave or I'm going to do this. Make sure that you are consistent in it as well. Be very consistent in setting your boundaries. Because if you let one thing slide and you let it slide again and you let it slide again, then at that point, no one respects you because you keep letting things slide. Don't let things slide. Have some respect for your fucking self, bro. Don't let anyone ever disrespect you. If someone disrespects you, and I'm talking about blatant disrespect, get the fuck off from around them. Let them know, hey, you don't even have to be ill about it. Say, hey, listen, what you said to me, or however you said, whatever, what you said to me, I wasn't feeling it. I didn't like it. And so with that, because it's something I've communicated over the past, however long with our relationship, I'm no longer going to hang around you. No hard feelings. It's just something that personally is just for me. And, I'd rather not get into any conflict or anything like that. So, hey, that's what I'm doing. And it is what it is. And stay on it. 10 toes down on that. 10 toes down on it. So, set your boundaries. Make sure people respect you. Make sure you respect yourself. And respecting yourself, if you guys go back into the videos, I'll definitely talk about, how just being the best fucking you. Just being the best fucking you. That right there is how you respect yourself. And so that's in my other videos. So go check those out as well. Now, the third thing is being an understanding person. When you are being a fucking understanding person, then you are able to have some type of empathy. And when you are an empathetic person, you can see from the other side. I try to not be a biased person because sometimes you can be a very biased person, especially if it comes to anything like sports or if it comes to, any type of, conversation that you may have with people. But what you want to do, you want to learn how to be in the gray. Be able to see it from this side and also be able to see it from that side. Because even though the way how you could be looking at it, it could be and it could be seen in your way. It could be viewed as, oh, well, from my side, it looks right. But from the other side, it could be, viewed as, oh, well, nah, I see it this way. Think about you're in a yard right now, and you're on both end, and you're on one end and somebody else on the other end, and somebody just drew a big six right on the line. And the other person, you're looking at it, you're like, that's a 6. But the other person over there, they're looking at it like, it's a 9. But both of you guys could be totally right, but it's all on how you view it. It's all on how you view it. So what you want to be able to do is be able to be like, you know what? That person said that looked like a 9. And be able to listen to them. Don't listen to respond. Listen to fucking listen. Listen to fucking listen. Because if you can't listen to fucking listen, bro, you are just a fucking headache at that point. So be open. Be open to sometimes hearing other people's side, because sometimes their side, you can see from their side and be like, hey, you know what? I see it from your way. So, hey, we can agree to disagree on it. And you know what? Hey, or maybe you may even agree with them. Or maybe they may agree with you. You just really never know. But if you would fucking just be a empathetic person and listen without responding on every single fucking thing, at that point, you guys can go somewhere. And people like that shit. People like when you have when you're very empathetic. When you're an empathetic person, people love that. And that's just for anything. Now, the fourth thing I would definitely say is stand your ground. Never, ever, 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 ever take disrespect from no one. Be willing to walk away at all times. I know a lot of people will be like, hey, man, hey, you need to let them know, and you need to do this, and you need to do that. Now, some scenarios, I will say that you just have to put your foot down and let people know, don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. But don't also be a person just out here looking for a conflict. Do not be a high conflict person. People hate high conflict people. People who just always want to look for some type of conflict every single time. But when you are a person that, even if it is some high conflict, you know how to handle it. You are a protector. You are a person who knows how to alleviate, whatever problem is going on. People like that shit. People can see that, oh man, this person right here, this man right here, he's a protector. He knows how to handle or sit in certain situations. And, sometimes you may not even have those situations thought out at the time. Like, I've been at many, parties and things like that, and I've seen different things go on. And from my mind, because I've been in certain, settings where things have jumped off, I was kind of able to, look out for myself, but not only just look out for myself, but look out for other people as well. So being able to go through that experience to see, okay, cool, this could happen. And at that point, it's like, all right, cool, I can be able to, stand on it. But making sure that whatever situation, if you see it and you're like, hey, like this could possibly go this way, but also being firm in, hey, listen, I understand, I got you, but we're not doing that. And letting people know that, bro, look, I want peace, I'm cool, but don't fuck with me. Do not fuck with me. And being unfuckwittable will take you to the next level of, okay, cool, that person, don't play with him. Don't play with him. Don't be the person to, where people, you looking, everybody's looking at you like, oh, he's a person to play with. No, don't play with me. Don't play with me. It's okay to, you know, kind of joke and things like that with your friends and things like that. But when shit gets serious, you gotta let people know and you gotta stand your ground to don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. People love that shit because now they see that, okay, cool. And it just goes back into respecting yourself. They're not going to let bullshit fly. They're just not. And so, yeah, stand your ground. Be firm. Be firm. Be vocal. I'm not sitting right here telling you to fucking walk up to every fucking person, someone pisses you off or anything like that, that you just need, because bro, everything about being a man is about using your fucking mind. Thinking before you do. You can't be an impulsive person. A lot of impulsive things happen, and then next thing you know, you end up in a situation where you can't get out of it. Think before you do it. Think before you do shit. You don't never want to be in a position where someone has you at an advantage because you just made an impulsive decision. Don't do that. Don't do it. Trust me, I've made impulsive decisions before and they have hurt me. They've hurt me. And that can sometimes be a make or break. So stand your ground on it. Let people know, hey, we're not doing this. And you can be respectful about it, but let them know we're not doing this. Also, be enjoyable, man. Be a fucking enjoy. Don't be a fucking negative Nancy, a person that's just fucking always complaining, always, you know, just doing all the bitch shit. Don't be a bitch. Don't be a bitch. Please don't be a bitch. And when I mean that, don't be a bitch. It's a difference between, you know, just being a fucking loser, but being a bitch, bro. Please don't be a bitch. Because when you start to be that way, people look at that. People really look at that and they don't want to be around you. They just don't want to be around you. If you are always looking at the glass half empty, like I told you guys, if you're always looking at the glass half empty, no one wants to be around you. We want to be around some positive people, some positive thinking people, people who want to get shit done, people who want to do positive things. People love positive people. When you see negative people, I've been around negative people before, and I can tell you it's not a good experience because guess what? When you are around negative people, it starts to become your identity because now it goes into your subconscious and all you can think about is negative things. And guess what? Those negative things are just going to bring you to negative shit. So get off from around negative people. Get around some positive people. Be a positive person. And being a positive person isn't that hard. It's, like I said, being what I've been talking about, being that person, that's how you get to that level. Understanding. Not a person to, you know, always fucking have your fucking hand out, bend your back for people. And let people know that you're serious. Be a people person, being able to talk to people. People love that shit, bro. People love that. Last, man, and this is what I've been pretty much preaching on, man. Get in the fucking gym. Get in the fucking gym. I can tell you right now, when, you know, right now I'm in my whole fitness journey and everything like that. I can tell you right now, you get a whole level of different type of respect when you're just fucking jacked, bro. When you're a jack motherfucker, bro, people respect you. Or you just fit, things like that. I'm not sitting right here saying that you gotta be fucking, you know, a fucking tank or anything like that. But fucking have some muscles, man. You know, look fit. You know, people have a level of respect for people who just take care of themselves. If you can go to the gym and eat right and everything and just keep your appearance, bro, making sure that, you know, you brush your teeth, making sure that you wash your face, making sure you brush your hair, all of that, everybody likes that, especially being an attractive male. I can tell you it's been a lot of times that I have just, you know, gotten compliments and things like that because I'm not sitting right here saying that I'm just the fucking finest, but I from what I'm told, I'm an attractive male, you know. I'm not gonna, whatever. You guys can say whatever. But, I've been told, I'm an attractive male. So when I'm around certain people, I get treated a different way. I don't get treated, like I'm just hey man, like a chip on the old block. Like I get treated with some type of respect. Because one, I take my physical appearance seriously. I wash my face. And guys, it's okay to fucking have some type of skincare routine and taking care of your body and shit like that. But don't get into all that bullshit with people where some men talking about, man, you just gotta be fucking rough and tough and all that. Man, take care of your fucking self, bro. Take care of yourself. Take care of your hair. Take care of your face, especially dark skin, man. Take care of your fucking skin, man. Make sure that you're washing your face. Making sure that you have toner, making sure that your nails and everything like that are clipped, making sure that you smell good, you have a certain aroma to yourself, making sure, like I said, going to the gym, making sure making sure your breath smells good. No motherfuckers who breath is just fucking ripe as hell. Don't get around people and your breath ripe as fuck. People hate that shit. They don't want to be around you. So if you are all of this and you probably wondering like, well, damn, I'm doing all of this and why probably look at your appearance. Look at how you come out. Maybe a fucking breath stain, maybe an ass stain, bro. I don't know. That's probably why. Make sure you fucking wash your ass. Make sure you take a bath. Make sure you hitting all the certain spots. Make sure you hit your whole body, lathering, making sure, it's a lot of things that goes into your appearance. My dad has always told me, your appearance is everything. Brushing your teeth, making sure your teeth white, making sure your face is shaved. Moisturize. People have a whole nother respect for you when you on that level. And I'm telling you that right now firsthand. I've never seen I'm not sitting right here, but I've never seen a handsome male, get treated just disrespected. Unless they're just an asshole, just a straight up asshole. But I've never just saw the type of person I just explained to be, and you're also attracted. I've never saw it in my life. So if you're not, let's say if you're not attracted, still, you can do those things because being an attractive male just isn't also always about your appearance, but it's just about how you keep yourself. So if your hair is shaved and you got to make sure that you're getting the right type of haircut and things like that, because everybody can't get the same thing. You're not always, but just find out what works for you. Find out what works for you, bro. Find out what works for you. Also, being a peaceful person, a person that's not looking for drama, a person that's just not always in bullshit, just always just kind of ducked off, laid back. Everybody likes that. When you are that just type of person where you can just sit back, everybody's, cool. Everybody knows that when you come around, man, everything is all cool, man. Ain't got no drama, no nothing. It's like, oh, that person's going to be there? Oh, no, I'm not going because something's going to happen. You don't never want to be that type of person. Never. You don't want to be what I would call a high conflict person. Don't be a high conflict person. Nobody wants to be around a high conflict person. A person that just always wants to start drama, always want to, do the rah-rah. No, don't be that type of person. Please don't. Because that's not going to get you nowhere with people. And you'll start to see the things that I just named. You will start to see your life elevate in a way that you've never seen your life ever, elevate before. You'll start to meet more people. You'll start to now have more confidence to go do more things, apply for certain jobs, hang around certain people, be able to walk up and talk to people that you never thought you would be able to talk to. Even with, talking to women, you'll be able to have that confidence, go up and talk to a woman, just have a conversation, And, women like that. Women like a confident male, a male who just doesn't have to, second guess himself, who just holds a certain aura about himself. Everybody talks about this aura. And you'll know if you have some type of aura. People just gravitate towards you, man. And you be like, damn, like, something happened today and there's just some aura. And also God. and thank him for giving you that, you know. But that's what it is. That's the way of life. So, like I said, this is how you get people, how you just be a person that everybody fucking loves. Listen, hear me out, take these steps, apply them, and be consistent. And I promise you, it's all going to fall in place.